情。 Good evening, students. I have shared with you what we're going to work with today in the class. So please read the instructions. I have posted there the YouTube link where you can watch again the video. Remember that you have to select one of those jobs that are mentioned there and prepare a short presentation talking about it. Yeah. You can use the video's information or you can search for more on the websites. So you decide what to do. You can search in the internet or you can prepare it just with the information that it's given in the video. Let's see what's happening because Dago is having problems for connecting today. So as soon as he joins, we start counting the time. But that's the idea. You have 5 minutes to start preparing your presentations. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, I see that you both finally decided on the minor Jorge Andres and Felix Underwater Walters. So start preparing your presentation. The idea is that in 6 minutes, I can listen to you, and you need to talk at least for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'll be counting the time. Practice, time yourself. So when it is time, you can start that and you will be ready for doing it. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes for preparing. Thanks. Dago, hello. Hi, Dago. Dago, in the chat, it's the explanation of what you have to do. There is a link to a YouTube video. Please go and watch it. There you will see like 10 different dangerous jobs in the world. You have to select one of them and please be ready to talk about it 2 minutes. You cannot have the same job as your partners. I mean, Felix already have chosen underwater welders and Jorge Andres have chosen the miners. So you need to talk about another one. As I have told you before, there are 10 different jobs. So look, have a look at all of them, and then decide which one are you going to talk about. I need you to write in the chat which one are you selecting, so we all know what are the others talking about. Okay. Okay, Dago, so let me know if you have a clear idea what you have to do in the chat. Please write there if you understood what's the idea of the activity.
Teacher?
Yeah, Dago, I can hear you.
I don't see in my screen the activity.
Sorry, Dago, I don't understand. Could you repeat?
I can see the activity on my screen.
Yeah, they in the chat. You see the chat of the group here in the Google Hangouts? There is a chat. In the chat is the link. Can you see the link?
No.
Wait. I'll copy it again and I'll send it. Now, can you see the link?
Yes.
Okay, go to the link and watch the video. They mention 10 different dangerous jobs. Select one job. And then you have to talk about it. You have to prepare a presentation that takes more or less 2 minutes and describe what are the main characteristics of that job. Dago. Okay, Dago, so please go. Did you listen to what I say?
I can see the video. The most dangerous job in the world.
I shared the link.
I can see the title is most dangerous jobs in the world.
10 most dangerous jobs. You select one of them. And then you prepare a presentation, a short one, 2 minutes, telling the others what the main characteristics of the job are. I have a question. Did you see the video? Was it possible for you to do that?
Repeat, teacher.
Was it possible for you to see the video?
Yes, teacher.
No, Dago, I don't understand what you're saying. Why don't we try in the chat? Okay, I see that Jorge says he's ready. I would like to know if Felix is ready. Are you? Felix, are you ready or you need more time?
Teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with Jorge. He says he want to be first, and then we go with Felix.
Uh, Hello everyone, my name is Jorge and I am a deminer. Being a deminer is a very dangerous work because you need to handle very powerful explosive devices. These devices are very hard to find and, and, and are located in very conflicted zones. That zones can include even our country, by example, but there are another countries like Vietnam, Syria, and, and even Europe, in the ancient Yugoslavia. I don't know how to say Yugoslavia. Uh, there are also many two ways to the mining. There is the manual the mining and the mechanic the mining. Uh, the mechanical demining is not very efficient. You only can to detect and deactivate only 80% of the mines, but the manual way with the manual way you can deactivate to 96% approximately. Um, but still is a very dangerous work. Another interesting thing about this job is you don't only can use your hands or machines. You also can use or train animals like dogs and even rats. Dogs and rats can be trained to detect explosives. Obviously, they cannot deactivate, but they can detect the explosives, so will be easy to find. Um, and how is my time, teacher?
Yes, I think that's good. Thank you.
Okay.
Felix now.
Uh, okay. My presentation is about underwater welders. Today, some companies demand people can welder some places and structures un, under the water in the sea. These procedures and technologies um, are are sophisticated, and this job needs people um, um, able to to welder some places. About these people, a person that job about that job as a underwater welder must be a scuba diver, and in other words, he can be a, a welder diver. Those person must be certified as a welder and a commercial diver. In United States, United States has some schools where people can learn this job. Its name is underwater welding schools, and who has this ability to weld can make salaries around 100,000 and 200,000 dollars per year. And it's important thing about this. Hyperbaric welding is a process of welding at elevated pressures, normally underwater. This is the first hazard in this job, and the second hazard of underwater welding is the risk of electric shock to the welder. Is very dangerous.
Okay, Felix, thanks a lot. Do you have anything to add, or is that all?
No more, teacher.
Okay, thanks. Good. Now I'm going to share with you. Please tell me if you can see. Dago left again. I think he's having lots of problems today with the connection. If he comes back, we will listen to his presentation, but maybe he's not coming back. Okay, we're going to do this exercise that follows the topic of jobs. And then you have 6 images there for people who have different occupations or jobs. Dago is back. Hello, Dago. Okay. And we're going to do exercise A, that is looking at those images and matching the 3 columns. There is an example. A salesperson sells clothes in a department store. So what you have to do is to do the other 5, matching them, A, B, and C. So do it there at home, and then in 2 minutes, I'll be asking you.
Hi, teacher. Hi, teacher.
Dago, yeah, hello.
Uh,
Is the connection
teacher,
better now?
teacher. Teacher.
Yes, I'm listening to you. Tell me.
What happened is that I had problem with my connection.
Yes, I can see that you're having problems today.
Could you
That,
repeat?
but Dago, what about the presentation? Which one? What's
Uh,
the job you have chosen?
could you repeat, teacher, because
No, it's difficult to understand. It's really difficult to understand you.
what happened is that I had problem with my connection.
Okay, Dago, let's do something.
Again,
Maybe at the end of the class, we can have 5 minutes to listen to your presentation. And then now let's work together on the activity I have there in the screen, okay? That is activity A, matching the 3 columns, A, B, and C. So work on that and I'll be asking you in 2 minutes, okay? Don't forget, Dago, to turn your microphone off. Okay, I think that time is enough. Let's see, what do you have? For example, for a chef. Jorge, what do you think a chef does and where?
A chef cooks food. Cooks food in a restaurant.
Okay, thank you. Felix, what about a flight attendant?
Flight attendant serves passengers for an airline.
Okay, serves passengers. Good. Dago, what about the carpenter?
The carpenter make make the
A carpenter,
make a table.
what does a carpenter do?
Make a table. Make a table.
But you have to take information for column B. A carpenter builds houses. Where?
Okay.
Vamos.
A carpenter builds houses where?
No.
For a
No es
construction company. Thank you, Dago. Felix, now that you have your microphone on, and a receptionist.
A receptionist. Oh. Excuse me, teacher. A receptionist answers the phone in an office.
Okay. And the last one, Dago, a nurse. Jorge, what about the nurse?
Sorry, teacher. A nurse cares for patients. Right?
Yeah, but the last part.
In a hospital.
Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to do part B. Part B is the same information, but writing complete sentences. Or telling me complete sentences. So you have images, and in image 1, we have a salesperson. As it is a woman, we say she. So we say she's a salesperson, she sells clothes, she works in a department store. Now we go with B, or with number 2, that it's the chef. So we say he's a chef, and then we continue talking about him. Then about 3, 4, 5, and 6. This time you need to center on the images, okay? So let's go. Dago, is your connection better now? Dago. Dago, I cannot hear you.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
I have a problem with my connection.
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought
I can see that. It's difficult to understand what you say, but let's try. Yeah, I'll be taking into account that you were here participating and trying, but then if I mean, stay there. Yeah, every single time I ask something, try to answer. But if you cannot connect properly, if I do not listen to what you're saying, don't worry. Yeah, because I know that there are like problems with that. So let's start with image 2. Felix, could you start, please? He's a chef.
Uh, okay, he's a chef. He cooks food. He cooks food, and he works in a Chinese restaurant.
Okay, thanks. Jorge.
Uh, he is a flight attendant. Uh, he he serves passengers, and he works works for a airline
Airline.
airline.
Airline, good.
Of course, he works
Good. Felix,
airline.
for an airline, yeah, good. Let's see. Dago, are you there?
Teacher, I can see it in my screen.
No?
Yes.
You can see. Good. A carpenter, Dago.
The carpenter make a house.
For a construction?
Construction, building house.
For a construction company? Okay, Dago. Thank you. Felix, the next. A receptionist.
He's a receptionist. He 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 answers the phone. He works in an office.
Okay, good. And the last one, nurse, Jorge, go.
Uh, she's a nurse. She cares for patients, and she works in a hospital.
Okay, thank you. Now let's work with this conversation. We have here a conversation that is called Where Do You Work? What do you see in the image? Tell me. Feel free to participate. What do you see in that image?
A man working in a burger shop.
Yeah, there is a man, there is a burger shop. And in the other image, what do you see in the one of the mountains?
There are people uh, exploring, or
Yeah, there
how say escalar,
climbing.
climbing a mountain.
Climbing a mountain, yeah. Good.
Okay.
So we're going to listen to this conversation. The title of it is Where Do You Work? So listen and practice. Listen and then we're going to take roles and practice it. Dago, close your microphone, please. Thank you.
Unit 2. How do you spend your day? Page 9. Exercise 4. Conversation. Where do you work? Part A. Listen and practice.
Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm a student, and I have a part-time job, too.
Oh? Where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Okay, that's
Page 9. Exercise 4. Part B.
okay, that's the conversation, just part A, okay? So I need you to practice it. One person is gonna be Jason and the other one is gonna be Andrea. And so we could say that you decide, yeah? If you are gonna be Felix and Jorge, you decide which one is gonna be Jason and which one is gonna be Andrea. And Dago, you can be Jason. So practice Jason's part. So you can do it also with one of your partners, okay? Because as we are just 3 people, I don't have enough people to work in groups of 4. So Jorge and Felix, you decide who's gonna be Jason, who's gonna be Andrea, and Dago, you're gonna be Jason, but then the Andrea in the other group is gonna help me with that and participate 2 times. Yeah, present these 2 times. I need you to listen practicing, yeah, in the chat. Not in the chat, sorry. I need you to listen to you practicing. So I will close my microphones, but I'll be here. Okay, Felix says he's Andrea, so Jorge's gonna be Jason. Good. And then I will close my microphone, practice. If you have any doubts in vocabulary, pronunciation, let me know, okay? So go. Please, Dago, as you're gonna be also Jason, could you please join also, open the microphone and join?
Where is Andrea? I think
Okay, I start.
I'm Jason first.
Yes, and I am also Jason Dago. Do you want to start?
I start.
You are Jason too, like me. Do you want to start the conversation?
Okay. Where do you work, Andrea?
Oh, I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do
Oh,
Seems like Dago is disconnected again. Okay, I start again while Dago connect. Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm studying and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven. A moment, please.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. I have a phone call. We start again.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay. Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I am studying and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven. Dago, you can start the conversation.
Happened with my connection. Where, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Or you there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru. Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm a student. And I have a part-time job
Oh, where do you work?
in a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Okay, let's start again.
You start.
What? I don't understand. I don't hear you.
Dago, can you repeat the conversation? Dago.
And I think Dago is still having problems. Dago. Dago, can you hear us? No, Dago. No, he's not listening to us. Okay, Jorge and Felix, I'm going to listen to you. Go.
Okay. Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I am a student and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant,
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Okay, very good. Dago, can you hear us?
Hi, classmate.
Dago, can you start the conversation with Felix, please?
Andrea. Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? Here?
I'm a guide. I take... Ah, okay. Excuse me.
Again. Where do you work, Andrea?
I work at Thomas Cook Travel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guide. I take people on tours to countries in South America, like Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm a student, and I have
Oh, where do you work?
in a fast food restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Okay, very good, excellent. It was a really good job. Now everybody close microphones and we're going to listen the second part of the conversation. Dago, close it, please. Thank you. We're going to listen to the second part of the conversation, and then there are two questions to answer about it. What does Jason do exactly? So we need to know what does he do in his job? The description of what he does. And how does he like it? He likes his job or he doesn't like it? So listen and tell me. Let's.
Peru.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I'm a student, and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant,
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Page 9, Exercise 4, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Jason do exactly? How does he like his job? What do you do exactly? Do you make hamburgers?
No, I don't. I just take orders.
And what's it like there? Do you like your job?
Sure, it's fun. And I get free hamburgers too. I'm a student, and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a fast food restaurant,
Which restaurant?
Hamburger Heaven.
Page 9, Exercise 4, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Jason do exactly? How does he like his job? What do you do exactly? Do you make hamburgers?
No, I don't. I just take orders.
And what's it like there? Do you like your job?
Sure, it's fun. And I get free hamburgers too.
Okay, so what does he do exactly? Students, what does he do exactly? Jorge, do you know? Felix, oh,
He takes orders.
he takes orders, yeah? And what about his job? Jorge, does he like it? Yes or no?
Yes, Jason likes his job because it is fun for him and he can have a free burgers.
Okay, so he can have some hamburgers for free too. That is good. Now we're
Okay.
going, thank you, thanks. Now we're going to listen, to practice again conversation A, but changing the information so that it becomes real to you, yeah? So you are not gonna say, where do you work, Gandra, but where do you work, Jorge? And all the information there is gonna be changed in a way that you make it true for you, okay? So we're going to have two opportunities. First, Jorge asking Felix. Yeah, Dago, you're back. Yeah,
I think, okay.
I see you just sent me an email telling me that you're having lots of problems. It's difficult to hear you. It's really difficult, but let's try. Close the microphone by the time being. You don't need it now. And then when it is your turn, you open it and we try to see if we can finally communicate with you. Okay, so the idea is to practice that. Thanks. The idea is to practice that conversation, but giving your own information. Yeah? So Jorge, let's say Jorge starts the first time asking Felix about his work and all that stuff. And then you change roles and Felix starts asking, yeah, the information. So open your microphones, practice, and I'll be listening to you in 2 minutes. Go.
Okay. Let's start. Where do you work, Felix?
I work in Grupo Hair.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I am an content editor. I I manage I manage information on this educational platform like Moodle.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do, Jorge?
I am a student and I have a part-time job too.
Oh, and where do you work?
I work in student tutoring. Student tutoring.
Which 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 enterprise or student tutoring?
or place
I don't know.
or school. I in my house. I work in my house. This is
That's good.
a teacher. I don't know how to say it because I don't have a formal job.
Yeah,
So
and you work on your own. Yes, you are your own. I mean, you don't work for a company.
exactly. That is why this is pretty difficult to explain. Or I don't know
How to
how
say?
use the words.
Yes. Then Felix asks, "Where do you work?" You can say, "I work at home." Yeah, I work at home. I teach, or I am a tutor for some students. I work at home. I teach some students who have difficulties in certain subjects. I teach them at home because students come to your house, yeah,
Yes.
and you teach them. And then Felix can ask, instead of which restaurant, like which subjects, which, as it is about teaching. So he could say like which subjects, and then you tell what subjects are you in charge of.
Okay.
Let's
Then
write it like that. Like, since the part of I'm a student and I have a part-time job to go.
okay. Uh, I am a student and I have a part-time job too.
Part-time, no party. Party is party.
Okay. Part-time too. Part-time job too. Felix.
Um, oh, okay. Let's start again, or
Yes, if you want.
okay, Jorge. Where do you work, Jorge?
I work in my home. At my home.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I am a teacher. I teach students in difficult subjects, like English or mathematics.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
Oh, I'm a content editor and I have a full-time job too. Eh, bueno, I'm a student and I have a full-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In a educational enterprise.
In what in which place or
Eh,
yes or in which
in
institution?
Grupo Hair.
Okay. Teacher, you
Yes. Yeah, I think that you can now present that to me. You can start from the beginning, and then we move to the next exercise. Go.
okay?
I came back again. Teacher,
Dago, I'm listening to you. Now that you could connect, we're going to listen to Jorge and then Felix, and then it's your time. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry that we understand that you're having problems. It is not easy to understand what you're saying, but then let's listen to Felix and Jorge, and then we go with you, okay? Go, Felix and Jorge.
I'm start or
I
okay.
start.
Okay.
Where do you work, Jorge?
I work in my home.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I am a teacher. I teach I teach children in difficult subjects like English and or mathematics.
Oh, how interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. What do you do?
I'm a student and I have a full-time job too.
Oh, where do you work?
In an educational enterprise. Yes.
I- in which institution?
Grupo Hair.
Now with Dago, I guess.
Yeah, Dago. Dago, open your microphone.
Okay.
Okay, Dago. Dago, you see that we're working on the conversation, but this time you take your own role, yeah? You take your own role. Yes?
Okay.
So I'm gonna be Andrea and you're gonna be Jason. So you start asking me. Go.
Uh, teacher,
You ask me. You ask me as Andrea. And when I ask you, you answer as Dago. Let's start. Let's practice. Go.
okay. Where do you work?
I work at Gimnasio Nuevo Modelia.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a teacher. I teach students English.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do, Dago?
I'm a student. I work hotel too.
Oh, where do you work?
I work hotel.
Which hotel?
Obama Resort.
Okay. Now, good, Dago. Now you start. Where do you work, Andrea? And sorry, no, I start now. Sorry. Where do you work, Dago?
I work at Hirotama Hotel.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a guard,
Security guard?
security guard. I give safety to the people get there.
How interesting.
Yes, it's a great job. I love it. And what do you do?
I am a teacher. I teach at a school here in Bogota.
Oh, where do you work?
At a private school.
Which school?
Gimnasio Nuevo Modelia. Okay, Dago, thank you. Thanks a lot. Now, finally, we could do part of the class. There's no problem, I understand. Now you can close your microphone. Okay. Now let's do the last part of the class that it's ending this. The introduction of this grammar, the first part, only the first. The grammar focus. Yeah, and we have simple present WH questions and statements. Both of them, questions and statements. In simple present, what is important to remember here? That we have two different auxiliary verbs to use. We have do and does. Yeah, when we're talking about I, you, we, they, we use do. But then for the third person, we use does. Yeah, so that is pretty important in questions, in WH questions. You need to take a good, I mean, you need to take a good view of who are you talking about. If it is she, he, we, you, a person, two or three people, if it is singular or plural, because that determines what is the subject and the auxiliary you are going to use. Yeah, as you can see, the chart gives you that information. Like sometimes you use do, but other times you use does. And the same happens with the statements. When you talk about I, we, you, they, you never put an S to the verb, never. But if you're talking about a third person, then you need an S, like she works, she takes, she loves. So we always need an S when it is a third person, but we never need an S if we're talking about ourselves, you, they, or we. Okay, so that's good. And I'm going to close this because that is that today we have finished the class now. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow at the same time at 8 o'clock. And you did a really good job. I'm really happy that every single time we propose and we practice, I see that you have improved. It is important also to mention that you didn't start the class with a low level. You already had a very good English level, but within time in these classes, I can notice that you have improved a lot. So thanks a lot, and see you tomorrow. Dago, try to connect from another device. Maybe the one you're using now is not working well. Yeah. So thanks a lot, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, teacher. Have a night.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dago. Try to use another device, maybe another computer or a mobile phone, because this one is not working well for you. Okay. Okay. Bye bye.